Hi folks, this is Rahul from MySmartPrice, and in today's video, we will be taking a detailed look at the new Samsung Galaxy Note 5. Introduced back in August, the Galaxy Note 5 is the fourth iteration of the series. With the new Note 5, Samsung has dropped two key features, expandable storage and removable battery, which we believe will affect the buying decision of people planning to upgrade to the Note 5. The Note 5 also gets a new design language, which most people should like. Anyway, let us now check out the phone in detail. Starting off with the design, the Note 5 ditches the faux leather back seen on the previous iterations of the Note series and uses a combination of metal and glass. The phone looks quite similar to the Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge. At the front of the Note 5 is the huge 5.7-inch Quad HD display, which endows it with a PPI density of 518. Below the display is the home button and the fingerprint scanner. The phone also gets hardware capacitive buttons, which many users still prefer compared to on-screen buttons. Above the display, we have the proximity and ambient light sensors, the earpiece grill and the 5-megapixel front camera. At the top, we have the SIM card tray, which accepts nano SIM cards. A secondary microphone is also located here. Moving on to the bottom, we have the slot for the S Pen on the right edge, the micro USB port, a 3.5mm audio jack, the primary microphone and speaker grill are also found here. On the right side, we have the power button, while the volume rocker keys are on the left. Moving on to the back panel, we have the 16-megapixel rear camera along with an LED flash over here. The heart rate sensor is also located here. The back and the front both get a Gorilla Glass 4 covering for scratch resistance. This, however, also makes the phone a fingerprint magnet. Overall, the Note 5 is marginally thinner and lighter than the Note 4, tipping the scales at 171 grams and measuring 7.6mm thick. Our review unit came in gold platinum. The other color options are black sapphire, pearl white and titanium silver. Moving on to the display, the Note 5's 5.7-inch Super AMOLED display is quite similar to the one you saw on the Note 4. This display boasts of a resolution of 2560 into 1440 pixels, which translates to Quad HD resolution. The AMOLED lineage of the display endows it with rich colors as well as great viewing angles, although at steeper angles you might see a tinge of blue or green color. Whites appear slightly on the blue side while the blacks appear deep on the display. By default, the screen mode is set to adaptive display and the user has the option to choose between AMOLED Cinema, AMOLED Photo and basic modes. Though the Note 5 screen looks fantastic, the lack of oleophobic coating makes it a fingerprint magnet. The Note 5 is powered by Samsung's in-house OctaCore Exynos 7420 mobile chipset that supports 64-bit instructions. Based on the 14nm silicon process, this octa-core chipset bundles 4 Cortex-A57 cores clocked at 2.1 GHz, while the other 4 low-power consuming Cortex-A53 cores are clocked at 1.5 GHz. An octa-core ARM Mali T760 GPU has been integrated for graphics. The phone comes with 4GB of LPDDR4 RAM and the Note 5 is offered in 32GB and 64GB storage options. Mind that the phone doesn't have an expandable storage capability, so you will have to choose the model wisely. Our review unit was a 32GB variant which only had 25GB of space available for the user. Moving on to the S Pen, the Note 5 sees an improved S Pen. One needs to press the top of the S Pen in order to pop it out from the phone's housing. This mechanism eliminates the possibility of the S Pen sliding out accidentally. The S Pen also gets a clickable button at the top and on one of its sides. The Note 5 is a single SIM device that supports 4G network-enabled nano SIM cards. Connectivity options include dual-band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.2 low energy, and Wi-Fi Direct. For location services, the Note 5 has a GPS chip that supports AGPS, GLONASS, and Chinese Beidou networks. Moving on to the software, the Note 5 currently runs Android 5.1.1 Lollipop underneath Samsung's updated TouchWiz UI. With little bloatware, this is perhaps the slickest and leanest version of TouchWiz so far. With support for themes, it is quite easy to give a customized look to your phone. For security, one can always set the fingerprint-based access, which we felt is a quicker way to unlock the device and is more convenient than the standard swiping to unlock the screen way. Once you have added your fingerprint, you can set up levels of different security mechanisms to safeguard your data. With the new TouchWiz UI, Samsung has delivered its best software experience till now on the Note series. Moving on to the camera, the Note series has had a history of being bundled with great cameras. Continuing that legacy, Samsung has used the 16-megapixel Sony IMX240 sensor along with an LED flash on the Note 5. The rear camera lens also gets an aperture of f1.9. The primary camera supports optical image stabilization, which also ensures great images in low light conditions. Double tapping the lock screen quickly launches the camera app so that you can capture a moment without wasting a second. The camera app is set to auto mode by default, but offers other modes such as Pro, Selective Focus, Panorama, Video Collage, Live Broadcast, Slow Motion, Fast Motion and Virtual Shot. The Pro mode will let you play around with different adjustments such as ISO, white balance, exposure value and shutter speed. Images captured on the Note 5 can also be saved in the RAW format. Daytime images are captured with great details and ample sharpness. The front-facing 5-megapixel camera takes brilliant wide-angle selfies as well. Here are a few image samples. While recording video, a simple swipe to the right will reveal the setting to adjust exposure values and also select the autofocus lock. The camera on the Note 5 can record 4K videos at 30 frames per second. It also supports 1080p videos at 60 frames per second and 720p slow motion videos at 120 frames per second. The video quality is great and even the front facing camera supports 1440p videos at 30 frames per second. Autofocus takes over as soon as you start the video and the camera doesn't offer much controls within the recording menu. Here is a short video taken using the Note 5. The Note 5 comes with a native audio and video player app. The music app also integrates an equalizer, but one has to go through several menu options to reach it. The equalizer is located within the Sound Alive option and offers 6 different presets and 2 dials. The loudspeaker is not a stereo one and we were left underwhelmed with its loudness. Video playback on the Note 5 was great, although we did find some trouble with some of our stock 4K Ultra HD video test files. But the issue was sorted out by switching to third-party players. Samsung's Note series have always been on the top of the performance charts. With the Antutu 64-bit benchmark, the Note 5 managed to top the charts thanks to its high-end hardware. Games such as Asphalt 8, Airborne and NFS Most Wanted work like a breeze. Network connectivity performance was fine and the phone offered crisp audio quality through the earpiece. The voice clarity through the microphone was also great. GPS performance was spot on, with Google Maps taking less than 2 seconds to lock the location. Location-based services worked fine even when the phone was used indoors. Moving on to the battery. With the Note 5, Samsung has decided to go with the unibody design, which means that the phone does not come with a removable battery anymore. While most users might not mind this along with the lack of memory expansion could be a deal breaker for many. Nevertheless, the 3000 mAh battery on the Note 5 offers several modes using which you can optimize the battery usage of the device. It also gets the ultra power saving mode, which conserves the battery and makes the phone run longer. With moderate usage involving 2 hours worth of phone calls, 40 minutes of gaming, 40 minutes of video, some music playback and 4 to 5 hours of nominal social media usage, the phone managed to last for almost 2 days. Power users, however, will have to plug in a charger by the end of the day. Samsung had launched the 32GB version of the Note 5 for Rs 53,900 back in September. The price of this version has now fallen under the Rs 50,000 mark. The price of the 64GB variant has also come down from Rs 59,900 to around Rs 53,000 right now. While spending over Rs 50,000 for a phone does sound ridiculous in an age when you have lower priced flagship killers, you are indeed getting a power packed flagship phablet for the money you dole out for the Note 5. Again, the only gripe with otherwise an overall excellent device is the lack of expandable storage, which we feel is a deal breaker for many. That being said, the Note 5 is perhaps still the best Android-based alternative phablet to the Apple iPhone 6s Plus. So that was a review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. In case you have any queries and questions regarding this device, please let us know in the comment section below. You can also tweet your queries to @Whiskid, which is my Twitter handle. This is Rahul Srinivas signing off for MySmartPrice.com.